Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode, finally. It's been like a week or something. Well, it's been too long. So, last time we got a few requests for a few things. That maybe we should put like a little pond in here. We should have like boats. I don't know if that'll be able to be possible, since the roller coaster is kind of low. And it wouldn't really be, but we'll figure that out later. We'll just start off by making the little trench, the little pond. Don't want to make it too big, just big enough. I always take my holes down like really way too far, and then I try and even them off with this tool. Yes. No, thank you. I'm recording a video right now. I don't want it to be too deep. Just shallow. Well, at least for now, I don't want it to be too deep. I want it to still have some depth, but I don't want it to be too deep. Like that. That looks pretty good. That's perfect. That's good. We might have some boats in there. They'll have to watch out for the tracks, though. So now that's done, we have to paint the roller coaster with some paint, and I don't know what color I want to paint it yet. We'll figure that out. Just set it all to black for now. Same with the cars, just black. Okay. So now we have basically just the structure of the coaster with no real detail work. So let's start off by changing all the track colors to white from black, so we can like distinguish it from the coaster. I think I'd want to do one black for the rails. Supports, I don't know. I want this to be like a kid's sort of ride. I want the colors to be nice. Green and black have never failed me, so I don't know. It doesn't look like childish though. It needs to have some more childish characteristics to it. The green and black together look really nice. Oh, it's dark. Put it on the fast forward button so we can see eventually. But yeah, the green and black look pretty nice. Maybe we could add red supports. That just looks like Christmassy now. I don't want a Christmassy look. Genuinely, the green, well actually we'll make this like a jungle theme, so we have an excuse. Yeah. That sounds like something that would be pretty smart to do. Let's do that. And the cars, I want them to be generally the same sort of idea. Let me pause the game really quick to find out what is what. That's that. That looks pretty nice. And then we can, instead of black, we can have yellow. Sure, why not? And then that can be black because it's like the seats. That looks pretty nice, I think. So now let's make this into like a jungle. So here's what we'll do. We'll just put some trees around, some nice themed trees, which need to be within like the adventure and paradise and safari themed. Well, not paradise, just safari. What do I want? American elm. Whoa! That's like just half the size of the roller coaster. We're not gonna have any of those. Willow. A weeping willow. Maybe. Maybe a young weeping willow. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know what I want. Paradise Island has those other trees, right? The mangroves. I want mangrove trees. I forget where those are though. Are those in here? Yep, mangrove or however you want to pronounce them. This is more of a tropical forest. We don't really need mangroves or mangroves. And Safari wouldn't do it, so things in here would probably do it. Put a few weeping willows, since I have never seen these trees before, and they look quite nice. So just spread those around a little bit. Just kind of in a random, erratic sort of pattern. Just a few of those. And then I'll have a split. Just fill up a few gaps, and then a fall. Nah. A mature weeping willow. Why not? Okay, those are enough weeping willows for now. I don't want any of those. Mangroves might just be our last sort of resort that we have to go to. Maybe. I think so. I really don't want to use them though, is the thing. Because I don't know if they're not really tropical forest sort of trees. These are more like Paradise Island sort of trees, so. How about Safari? Safari might have something in it. Who knows? Spices trees don't have anything, I'm pretty sure, for that sort of style that I'm going for. This is very difficult to try and find some nice, decent, trees. We're gonna have to go with the mangroves, I guess. Oh! Well, these are tropical trees, though. Am I going for swamp or am I going for tropical? I could just make this like a tropical island roller coaster. Ooh. That sounds like it would be a good idea. Just maybe. Does that sound like a good idea? I'm pretty sure that sounds like a pretty good idea. I'm just procrastinating while I get rid of all the trees, because that is a way better idea. We all know it. Just to get some... Alright, first of all, we'll get the ground painted this rough, sandy color. Now, I'm not going to paint... it's not going to stay just this one color. I'm going to add some more detail work to it eventually. Actually, I'll add the detail work right now, just to make it look as good as possible. Okay, so around here it's usually more of a muddy, just a little bit of mud. I'll take it down to about a 1. Just put little accents. Nothing really too drastic. Just nice little acute details. Very, very small details that only you and me would notice, since we're doing it right now together. So let's just fill this all in, just slightly around the edges. I'm going to put a few different little patches in the sand so it doesn't look so perfect. Because who really wants perfect sand on a tropical beach? The sand on tropical beaches are not perfect. They are in the postcards and stuff, but really they're all sort of different. I'll add some different sorts of sand too, like some smooth sands in here. Just little hints of smooth sand. Oops, I clicked off the screen. I'm just adding a little bit of detail to the waves, because I don't want it to be all just strictly waves. So yeah, that's looking pretty good. And then I'm just going to shallow out the edges a little bit. Because why not? Just so it has like hints or things and stuff. I don't want anything too drastic, like I said, but you know, I'd like still some sort of hints of stuff under different layers and stuff. So yeah, just shallow out some of these lines, make them less intense, and make them more realistic. That's what I always loved about this game, is that there was no boundary to how realistic or unrealistic you can make something. Now I'll take the smooth sand and just make a border around the thing. So this is... So, there, just fill all that in. And then fill that in a bit. I just want to make it more like squared and rounded off. There. Okay, there we go. Okay, now it's all sort of squared off-ish. Now it can go back to the grass, which I believe is this color. Let me zoom in to make sure. Yeah, that's that color. Just kind of square off the sand. Just make it more of a square. That's the whole purpose of the squaring off something, isn't it? That all looks pretty straight. And that looks overall pretty darn good. It's just a little bit more of a distinct corner here. Whoops. And this. That looks good. That looks good. Just a few more little details, since I did kind of get rid of some of the ruffled sand and stuff, especially around the edges. And then maybe just like a few hints of cracked mud around the place. Because, you know, we don't have too many. This is all going to be covered up with trees again, mind you. So this will not look like this. That's finished. I'm just adding something that'll look nice when everything's done. Okay, let's go into the water. So maybe we can do some detail work down here. A lot of cracked mud and stuff. Right there. And then just a few little dark spots. Now, oops, I'm not very good with this mouse. That looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. And now I'll start adding in the trees, which I've been putting off for the longest time. This is going to be tropical themed, so we can get these two categories turned on. Just start plopping a few trees all over the place. It doesn't matter what sets they're from, just as long as it looks tropical, then it's fine. I'm just gonna, whoops, I keep clicking onto the screen. I am playing this game in windowed mode, just in case you're wondering. My screen recorder cannot play it in full screen. I might do some borderless windowed eventually, just so I can have the full screen experience and not like click off. But then again, I don't know how that works. Okay, coconut palms, get a few of those in here. This is going to be a very tree-based sort of thing. I'm just scattering trees very randomly. I'm just like literally clicking in whatever places, whatever doesn't. And then we'll go back again later and do some like fine-tuning to the trees in case there's like spots with a whole bunch of them. A few date palms, why not? Just making this looking nice. I'm also gonna add some like very gentle hills in to this area in a second, so it doesn't look so flat. Because you all know that flat terrain is boring terrain. And we all agree with that. Some dwarf palms, why not? This is starting to look pretty good. Lots of trees. King palms, sure. As we go on, less and less of each tree will be placed. So I probably should have started this off with mangroves, because those are the ones that I like the most, usually. And here's mangroves. Nope, just doing a video. Sorry, that's my mom. Clicking, 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 clicking. And after this, we have to add the hills, just to make it look slightly better. Okay, so that should be all for foliage. Unless there's anything that's nice here. As far as things. Nope. Okay, now let's go into terraforming and make some very, very gentle hills. I'm setting the speed down to 3. I'll set it down to 2 actually, because I don't want it to go too fast. Well, 2 is even too fast. 1. I'll set the speed down to 1. I'll make a little cheekbone sort of here. It's just very gentle. Very, very gentle and very, very slight terrain adjustments. Just so it looks slightly better. Clicking around and hopefully it'll start looking better. Oh, we got some spots over here. So we'll take our square smoothing tool, which is the one I always use, and just fix that all up. Now I'm going to take the square and then just go around here in case there's anything I missed. Just to slightly form things better together. Just to make sure. I'll turn it up. 7. Just to smooth it all out nicely. Okay, now our landscape is nice and accented. Some very gentle, very, very slight hills. And now I think it's time to ride our roller coaster, which we worked so very hard on. Next episode we'll be adding a station, and we'll also start to work on the path covers. So let's just do a really, really quick ride. Set to 7 cars. Good. We can have... set it to 6. Can we have 2? It'll be 6 cars then. Okay, let's click play and let's start to ride this thing. Oh yes, also name this roller coaster for me, please. I need a name for all of this stuff. That palm tree very nearly hit us in the head. And yes, we will have to go back and adjust just to make sure none of the trees are in the way of anything. So, let's just go here. We're going like a very, very slight helix, which is more of just a banked turn. I'll take that off the screen. And now down we go. It's not a very fast roller coaster. It's more of a just slow and nice, pretty roller coaster. Yes, you could say. I really do like slow chain lifts, fast chain lifts. I don't know why, that's just an opinion I formed after making like 5 parks, and now I'm up to like over 100, so yeah. Well, I don't have 100 on this save file, they've all been pretty much... Okay, that needs to go. Okay. I placed one right in the middle of the track. Okay, so that was a good roller coaster. Let me just go back and delete that thing right there. Oh, that's a safety hazard. And there's also a little safety hazard here with this one, but I'll just delete it just to be safe. So yeah, that's our coaster. I'm sorry for not being very active recently. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Next episode we'll be working on the paths. Next episode should be up tomorrow because I've been working on it. That is hovering and it shouldn't be. And thank you guys all for watching, and have a nice day. Catch you later. Goodbye.